Microsoft just shipped an AI that does not just answer your questions, it does your work. It drafts your emails and sends them. It posts updates to your team. It builds the spreadsheet, runs the research, and keeps working on its own long after you walk away. It's called Microsoft 365 Copilot Cowork. And on June 16th, it went generally available. And here is what got my attention. It runs on Claude, the same frontier AI behind today's leading AI coding agents. If you run your technology at a bank, at a credit union, or a mortgage company, this is a big deal and a real decision. Here's why. For years, an AI that could actually do the work, not just answer it, was a developer tool. Cowork hands that same power to the people who run your institution, your loan officers, your processors, your ops team, right inside the apps they already use. And we would know what it takes to run these agents well because at ABT, we have built them into how we run our company, and it has changed the way we work, and it has changed the way our customers work. The Copilot you already know is an assistant. You ask, it answers, and you go do the work. Cowork is a co-worker. You describe the outcomes, and it carries out the steps across Outlook, Teams, Word, and Excel. More than half of the Fortune 500 companies are already using it. Microsoft calls it the fastest growing feature in the history of its Frontier program. But here is the catch nobody puts in the launch post. An agent that actually takes action raises the stakes on governance and on cost. Let me show you what it does, then what you have to settle on before you turn it on. 3 quick examples built for a mortgage lender. 1, the morning pipeline. You tell Cowork once. Every weekday at 7 a.m., build a pipeline briefing and post it to our operations channel. It pulls the loans, the locks that are expiring this week, the conditions outstanding, and it posts the summary to Teams before anyone gets in. That is a scheduled prompt, and it just runs. Number 2, the inbox. Monday morning, 40 borrower threads need a follow-up. Cowork drafts every one of them in Outlook in your voice. Then it stops and asks. Before it sends anything, it shows you a preview and a risk level, and you approve each before it's sent, or you edit it, or you just cancel it. It does not fire a single email on its own. For a regulated lender, that approval step is the whole ballgame. 3, and this is my favorite, you can teach Cowork your own process by dropping a simple instruction file into OneDrive. A short file, a name, a description, and steps in plain language. Cowork picks it up automatically. If you have ever watched a developer hand an AI agent a skill file, that is the same idea, brought to the people who close loans. It's also how our mortgage guide, Copilot, knows mortgage, the way generic Copilot never will. So what does that run on? And what does it cost? It runs on Anthropic's Claude, Opus 4.8, and Sonnet 4.6 at launch, with other models you can pick from. And it is usage-based. You need a Copilot license, and then Copilot bills by the task in credits, about a penny each. A penny sounds like nothing, but an agent that works all day across a whole team runs a lot of tasks. Microsoft even ships an estimator to model so that you can know what your spend is, because under heavy use, it adds up fast. Without budgets, Cowork can quietly run up a real bill. Here is what we have learned across more than 750 financial institutions. Turning Cowork on is not the hard part. Turning it on safely is. 3 things have to be true, and the Anthropic engine has to be enabled in your tenant. It is off by default and not available in government clouds at all. Access has to be tight because Cowork acts as a signed-in user. It can reach whatever that person can reach. And the governance has to be wired up in Microsoft Purview. Then, separately, set the spend limits so the bill cannot run away. That readiness work, the governance, the custom skills, the budgets, is exactly what a Tier 1 Microsoft provider is for. We manage the Microsoft 365 tenant Cowork runs in, so you get the productivity without the surprises. If your institution is looking at Copilot Cowork, start with a free Copilot readiness assessment. The link is in the description along with the full written guide. It walks you through all 3 demos and the governance checklist. I'm Justin Kirsch. See you in the next one.